Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome also back to a perfume of the month video. I'm so happy that I'm bringing you guys a new perfume of the month. And as of recent, I received a new perfume from my mom. It was a gift and I've been trying it and I actually really love it. So like this, you already know that this is gonna be a pretty positive review. And I felt like I had to review it even though it's a bit more of an old perfume. I still feel like you guys might be interested in knowing a bit more about this perfume. If you're new here, well, first of all, do subscribe to my channel. It's the red button down below. It means a lot to me when you do so. I actually film videos that I post every Thursdays at 9 p.m. Central Europe time, and they're always related to fashion, lifestyle, beauty as well sometimes, like the Perfume of the Month series. And I vlog a lot on my channel. If you haven't seen my Barcelona vlog, I went to the Madison Beer concert. You don't want to miss that one, so go check it out. I'll link it around the screen and it's also on my channel because it was a recent video. And for you guys who are subscribed to my channel, you guys know that I love doing Perfume of the Month, so I hope that this Perfume of the Month will be interesting for you guys. As you saw from the title of the video, we are going to talk about the Good Girl perfume that you can see right here, the iconic shoe, but we're going to talk about that after, by Carolina Herrera. So I know it's not the right way to say her name. I believe she's Latina if I'm not mistaken. So sorry about the accent, but we'll deal with it for today. This is the OG one. This is the very first version of Good Girl. So I know there's plenty of other versions. There's even a recent one that is pink, which is amazing. But I feel like I really, well, first of all, I received that one, which I'm very grateful for. It's also one of my favorites. And I feel like if you like the OG one, you'll probably like the other ones. But we're gonna go in detail together. As usual, I'm going to talk a bit about the perfume, the bottle, the box, then we'll go into the notes, and then I'll go also into the price and my overall recommendation and thoughts about this particular perfume. So without further ado, let's get going. So as I said, I was offered this by my mom, who was so generous. She came back from Rome recently and she got me a lot of really cute presents that I posted about in my stories on Instagram. So I was like so happy about that. And it's true that recently I haven't really bought new perfumes except the one that you saw already, which is the Saint Laurent Black Opium one, which I love so much. I still wear it like nearly every day. I've talked about it in my most recent Perfume of the Month video, but this one was on my list of perfumes I wanted. I've been wanting it for the past year and a half. Never got down to getting it because there's always like another perfume that I want to try afterwards, or one that is a bit on sale, like Black Opium. So as I said, this is the 2016 version of the perfume by Carolina Herrera, who is a designer, by the way. I don't know if you guys know, but she's actually from the fashion world. She actually creates beautiful designs, like so luxurious, classy, chic. I'll try to put like a few pictures of her designs. So she's coming from fashion, and as a lot of fashion designers and fashion brands, they create at some point their own perfume. So this is what she did with Good Girl. And yeah, so basically Good Girl is from 2016. You probably saw many campaigns, like TV spots and campaigns online, whatever, or in print too, with Karlie Kloss. She is the face of Good Girl. I feel like when I see this perfume, I automatically think of Karlie Kloss, the iconic model that everybody knows, and she was really big in like 2016, I feel like. So she was the perfect face, I think, of the perfume. And so yeah, so this is the very first one that came out. I'm just gonna show you the box because I always keep the boxes to try to show you guys. So it came in this box. I'll go into the sizes as well, but the size that I have, I believe, is the biggest one. It's 80 milliliters. This is an eau de parfum and not an eau de toilette, so it is a bit stronger than an eau de toilette would be. That's an important point to know. And this is a stunning box. I love it because I feel like it's very neutral and very classy, luxurious. It's just a white box with some golden accent all around the box, and you have this like black strip in the middle that does the whole like box, and it's written Good Girl, Carolina Herrera, New York, because it is a New York based brand. So yeah, so this is the box. So the bottle, this is it. And honestly, when I was working in the perfume stores, like you guys know that I've used to be a promoter, when I was working in these stores, I remember that a lot of people were interested in this perfume because of the bottle. I remember a lot of boyfriends and husbands would come to get a perfume for their wife or girlfriend, whatever, or even sister, and they were like super drawn by the bottle. They were like, this is like a work of art, this is decoration, it's not just a perfume, because Nowadays, having a nice perfume is not enough anymore. You always have to give more to the consumer, and the box and especially the bottle is a huge thing. So it's true that I saw a lot of male who would come buy something for their wife, for example. They were super drawn by this bottle because it is very special. I mean, my mom told me it reminded her of like the Cinderella shoe, because what is funny is that it's a bit transparent, like this part of the shoe is transparent, a bit bluish accents, and then it goes like this blue, dark blue color all the way up, even purple a bit, and then here it ends with like this very like black, matte black accent up here. And you have the beautiful heel, which is golden, and like a stiletto heel. I mean, it's beautiful. Obviously, once it's empty, it's hard to throw away this type of bottle. It's definitely, I think, one of the most beautiful bottles I've ever seen that I own as well. I think we can get going with the notes as we usually do. I like to talk about the top notes, the middle notes, and the base notes of a perfume. So let's get going with the notes, because there's a lot of those. This perfume is actually described as a floral and sweet perfume. It's also described as an oriental perfume. Of course, many people would wear it more at night, and the actual campaign and design is more guided towards a night perfume. So for the top notes, let's go, because there's a lot. Top notes are almond, coffee, bergamot, and finally lemon, which is so fun, honestly. So as you can see, we have a nice mix of things that are straight off like with the top notes. I'm gonna start with the lemon because I feel like this is really just a little hint of lemon. This is not a fresh perfume. This is not a citrusy perfume. Once again, don't forget, this is what I smell and what I've read online as well. This is how I base my perfume of the month reviews on. But this is definitely not a fresh perfume. I do not really smell the lemon. I feel like they added it maybe for that little kind of, not sweetness I would say, but little extra thing to the perfume, if I can say so. But it really doesn't smell much as lemon. Almond and coffee, I would say that almond and coffee are quite present. I definitely smell the almond. It's that sweetness that we smell, and it's definitely a sweet perfume, and you guys know, by now you guys know I love sweet perfumes. So obviously I love this one, and this is probably due to the almond, because the almond is definitely something I smell right away. Oh, interesting. Now that I smell it again, I feel like the almond is definitely there, and I did smell like a little bit of lemon, but right like in the first seconds of spraying it, it was like this little fresh touch. Almond, coffee, for sure you can smell it. Coffee is obviously not so strong. It's just like gonna make it a bit of a warmer perfume. And the bergamot, I would say, is actually pretty present too, as a top note. So this is important for you guys to know. It's a very sweet floral, and you start off with a bit of freshness too, which is always very nice. So for the middle notes, these are very interesting because I saw that they really like to promote the middle notes when they talk about this perfume online. So you have tuberose, jasmine, sambac, orange blossom, orris, and Bulgarian rose. So a lot of flowers. It's only flowers, clearly. I have to say that tuberose, I know it well because you guys, if you haven't seen that perfume review that I did, you should definitely check it out, because if you're watching this one today, it's probably because you like these type of perfumes or that you want to know more about it. Go check out the one about Bulgari that I did, because I think I filmed it about 1.5 years. It has the very famous tuberose flower, which is a flower that we don't see so much in perfumes. I feel like now maybe a little more, but we didn't see it so much before, and it's very special. That's why I feel like this perfume, I would encourage you guys to smell it before buying it, because it has tuberose inside, and tuberose is very, very specific. It's different, it's special. It's not your average like rose flower or orange blossom. It's very specific. So this, we definitely do smell a bit of it, not so strong as the Bulgari perfume, of course, because the Bulgari perfume is just about that flower, but this one is not too strong. I definitely think that I smell the orange blossom, which is very interesting. I guess that's why it's so sweet as well. Jasmine, not so much, and the others are really not so much either. Rose, I don't really smell the rose that much. Jasmine either. Orris either. I feel like it's really orange blossom and the tuberose. So these are like the two like floral notes that we smell actually quite fast, to be honest, even though it develops after all the top notes. And finally, we have the base notes. So for the base notes, there's actually a lot of notes, and there's a lot of base notes too. You have tonka bean, cacao, vanilla, praline, sandalwood, musk, cashmere wood, amber, cinnamon, patchouli, and cedar. So a lot of notes. I feel like it's nearly too much, but weirdly enough, it ends up being a very nice perfume, but it's definitely very complex because, for example, the vanilla, definitely I feel like there is vanilla in this perfume. That's probably why I got drawn to it so fast, and I feel like we smell vanilla very fast. So if you don't like vanilla, you can still try it because it's not so like important in the perfume. It's not like the most important note in the perfume, but it's definitely there. And then we have, I'm just checking a bit because there's so much. Tonka bean, definitely smell tonka bean, that's for sure. That's why there's this like sweetness also in there. And then we have also the praline, sandalwood, musk, all of that. So musk, you guys know I hate musk. Fortunately, there's not so much of it in there. I definitely don't smell it too much. It doesn't bother me. So if you don't like musk, go for it anyways, because you really don't smell much of it. It's not bothering me, and I'm very sensitive to musk. And then you have all the different woods. So as I said, the cedar, the cashmere wood, sandalwood. So all of these woods, we always have that in very warm scents that even kind of remind us of more masculine scents. But you know, that's obvious because this is a bit more of a night perfume, but really you don't smell it, like it doesn't bother you in case. It's really just there for most perfumes. I would say that the base notes are mainly sweet, while the top and middle notes are more floral. So yeah, so that's about all the notes. That was quite a lot actually, because there's a lot of notes in this perfume, as you saw. Sometimes I feel like it's not a good idea to go with so many notes, but weirdly enough, this perfume ended up being very good, and they managed to make the most like important notes pop. So they really put like orange blossom, tuberose, vanilla, almond in the spotlight, and that's kind of what this perfume is: floral, sweet, warm. For the prices, I'm gonna go very quickly. I always check the same website for the prices of of my perfumes that I talk about. Okay, so right now I'm looking at a Swiss website to give you the prices. So as usual, I always say, check out the links below, because I always put the links to shop the perfumes I talk about down below, and usually I like to put a US website and a UK one because I know you guys are mostly from these two countries. So hopefully you can check out that part down below and you can see for yourself the prices. So for example, here I have 80 Swiss francs for the 30 milliliter, so the smallest one. Then I have for 50 milliliter 115, and then for the 80 milliliter, which is the biggest bottle, is the one I have right here, I have 155. But it's funny because from website to website it changes. Like I saw before there was 170 for 80 milliliter. Sometimes I've seen less than 155. So I guess it really depends, but you have an overall idea. It's definitely more of an expensive perfume. A little bit like the Dior, like the Saint Laurent. Maybe not as much as Chanel, but it's very close to that. And yeah, overall, I would definitely repurchase eventually this perfume at some point. Maybe another one of the versions, like the pink one. It looks amazing, but I think it's sold out or like not available anymore. I do like the one with little sparkles. That's the one that I tried first and I fell in love first with. Wow, my earring just fell while I was talking to you guys. Anyways, I don't know what's going on. My earrings are falling, everything's falling, like it's time to wrap this up. But anyways, so I really love it. Personally, I would definitely recommend it for you guys or girls who love anything sweet and a bit warm like me. Don't forget to subscribe, as I said at the beginning of the video. Let me know which other perfume would like me to review, because right now I need more perfumes in my collection and I don't really know which one to talk about. So please comment below suggestions or anything and let me know if you're gonna get this one, because I really recommend it. As I will say, I will see you next week in my next video. Bye everyone.